You pull into a long, winding driveway with a thin layer of fog on the ground. Walk past a park bench and a lamp post, and inside a glass door chamber, pressing a security button to phone yourself in. Fumble for a few seconds until you hear a click and the hiss of the door opening. Down a long, winding hallway with yellow wallpaper, every third light can work, and every third light is blinking. And at the end, you see a small table with hand sanitizer and a handicap button that you press to open the door to the high-security dementia ward, where there are dozens of patients, and yours. This man did not have dementia. He'd had many strokes and a difficulty with a cognitive disability, that he could understand what he meant perfectly fine, but he couldn't get the right words out. I knew the words, and we went to the garden. The gentleman had one arm in a sling and limped sideways with his feet spread perpendicular to keep balance. He used the one arm that he had to flip the watering hose into his shoulder blade and unscrew the head to screw a better one on. He's an introvert, and he's followed around 24/7, so he didn't much talk. As he watered the grass and plants, they sprung to life. When I went out, there was a big, gray, dead-looking, droopy tree with brown branches, dry, that when he watered it, the sun came over the buildings and turned it a bright, glowing red. I wrote it off as magic, but it was probably just the type of tree. I asked him, "Do you like coffee?" "Yes, coffee, this good." See, he could say a few words. Mostly just, "This one?" "Yes." "God." "Me." "You." And, "Jeez, crow, man." "Yes, coffee, I like this," he said. "But," as he put one hand up in a shrugging motion, "tea." "Oh, so you liked tea with age?" "No." "Coffee. This one, good." "But tea." I said, "Oh, is the coffee here bad?" And he nodded. "I'd like to take you to a coffee shop," I said. "How easy do you think it would be to get you out of here? I take people to doctor's appointments. I know it's part of my job if it needs to be. And everyone else isn't allowed to leave their rooms, but you get to go out here into the garden. Could I have a cup of coffee with you?" He looked down, solemn. 1, 2, 3. 1. This one. This one good. 2. 2. 3. Oh. 3. "Oh, I get it," I said. "There's you now, lucid, able to talk. That one you would trust to take to a coffee shop. But there's 3 different types of you. 2, you wouldn't want to bring into public, and 3, you'd feel bad making anyone even have to deal with 3. I get it." "I'm bipolar," I said. "Me, right now, lucid, good, able to hold a conversation. This one, good. But 2, well, I wouldn't want to have you deal with 2. And I'm working on 3. We both laughed. Big Belly laughed. And understood each other. We talked about his favorite color. We talked about God. We talked about his disorder, the way he puts it. God? Me? This one's good. But you? And I thought that was the most beautiful way to say it. I couldn't have been more clear myself. He takes his coffee with 1 sugar. His favorite roast is dark roast, and he knows what an AeroPress is. He was surprised when I reminded him of the existence of almond milk. His favorite color is white, because it was the color of his childhood home. I learned all this from him saying, "This one?" And yes. He's not allowed to leave the haunted manor. No one does. But tea.